Hello everyone, welcome to Moon Mage. Today's tarot video is all about the pathway to change, looking at what we may need to change, shift, or realign within ourselves so that we can say yes to the new opportunities and the doorways that are going to be coming available for us, especially as we're moving in towards the spring equinox energy. It's really like the new year, where it's like we've figured it all out and we're ready to say yes and walk the door to all kinds of positive change, new people, new situations, higher connection to ourselves, our purpose, our passion. So that's what today's tarot video is all about. I always tell everybody to give themselves a second with these pick a message readings, to look at the thumbnail, look at those doorways and see which one is speaking to you. Don't overthink it. Just go with the first one that feels best to you. And those will be your messages, all connecting to this energy of change and new doorways that will become available to you as a result of creating and cultivating these changes. Also just wanted to quickly mention that I have some new meditation videos that came out. One is for your higher self, which is a really good thing to connect to right now, given that this spring equinox energy is showing up for us in a very big way and asking us to shift and change and really move towards new things. So that can help with that. As well as an alignment meditation, which keeps us balanced and ready and present, clear in a good way to be moving forward. So if you're interested, you could have a look at those. Either way, I'm going to get started here with message number 1. So again, look at the thumbnail, look at those doors and see which one speaks to you. And I will get started here with message number 1. Hello, message 1. I went ahead and pulled the 3 main overarching energies that are going to be the most prevalent for you ahead of time, just to save a little bit of time in this video, but we will look at them together. So we've got centrally. Okay, home. So this change, this energy that could be showing up for this new pathway will likely be very well connected to home. So this could look like a lot of different things. It could look like moving home, making things better in the home, strengthening family ties, bonds, expansion in home, all kinds of things. We'll have to look at more cards to see what it means for you. But this being the biggest energy where you're going to see shifts and changes, this is the energy that we're focusing on here, is that home energy. Ooh, okay. So out in the side of challenge, what trips you up from this change? What's creating issues or problems for you? Lightening your load, needing to let some things go. Maybe you're taking on too much, being the doer of all the things, and it just doesn't free you up to connect to what is best for you moving forward, to new doorways, to new pathways, to new environments. And I think also, like, there's this feeling of being able to do more of what you love. So there's a creative aspect here where your passions and purposes are put on the back burner because you're so busy taking care of everybody else, taking on everybody's stuff. I definitely get like a parental energy here for my group 1s. Okay. Confidence. Yes. Okay. So that's feeling even more so the case now. Needing some confidence, needing to be more creative, needing to believe in yourself that you're able to do these things, create change for yourself, make things better and stronger. But it starts with lightening your load. What are you taking on that's not really yours to be dealing with and having to solve or figure out? Where can you lighten your load? How can you delegate to others, especially in the home front? Again, I keep getting this energy of some of you might be parents, because it feels like there's some destined, fated changes that want to show up for you. They're very much connected to you personally as a person that you should be utilizing and leaning into and doing more with, because in some capacity, the world, your community, whomever, needs more of what you have to offer, but it can't get to them because you're so busy taking care of everybody else. And it starts with this home energy connected to home, where I think a lot of this energy, where it gets discombobulated and you kind of maybe lose yourself to that home energy. But this is general, so this could be different. This will likely be different for everyone. We're going to pull some more cards to see where we're going with this. All right. 9999. So this is going to be an important number for you guys. And I will say right off before I even read this card, nines are genuinely, or generally, I should say, connected to endings, letting things go, humanitarianism, things like that. Let's see what this has to say. Prosperity, hope, optimism, liberation, success, prosperity, excitement, and enthusiasm. The problems you have today will eventually disappear. Your guardian angels encourage you to maintain a positive outlook on life since your luck may be about to change. It is time to put to use your captivating energy and inspirational personality. Don't let your ego get the best of you. Confidence. Wow. Okay. So I'm going to put that up there so you guys can have a look at it. So there is something, again, that you are meant to do, create, bring into this world in some capacity that only you can do with the unique individual that you are. But there is energy here in the home front where you are taking on a lot more than you should be or need to be, perhaps. Where maybe you need to delegate more, or where you could use more help, so that you can free yourself up, your energy up, so that you can do more of this thing, whatever it is. I definitely get creative energy. And as it says, your luck may be about to change. And that's what these tarot readings are all about today. It's about change and cultivating the pathway to change. And for you, it's quite clear that up-leveling your confidence and releasing some of the tasks that you take on, the jobs, the duties, delegating them as best as you can, asking for more help, releasing yourself and freeing yourself from all the responsibilities and duties that you've taken on the home front, or wherever there's energy that's just not serving you here, is going to be for your best and highest good. And again, nines are all about completion, endings, so that we can then have a new beginning. And that's definitely the energy that's showing up here for you guys. All right. And now we've got 4444. So pay attention to these numbers if they show up in your life. What were you thinking about in those moments? What ideas did you have? What thoughts were you having? Whether good or bad, pay attention, because they're trying to tell you something. Culmination, results, benefits, reflection, and completion. Take stock of your accomplishments and how you arrived at them. This is a reminder to maintain optimism and drive towards your goals. Maintain your momentum and know that the powers of heaven have your back. You made it, and the reward goes to, and then it says you. I love that. So we're ending some things off. We're releasing this energy of taking on too much all the time. Anything connected to the home energy that's not been working out, been frustrating. We're moving through this. You're moving through this. I would think that you're already doing this work, but it's really important that you maintain your confidence and your goal-oriented energy, so that you don't take your foot off the gas too much, and you keep moving forward, because you've got a lot of good change and luck coming your way. It feels here, message 1. Yeah, you made it, and the reward goes to you. It's sort of like there's a bit of a overarching whisper of keep going, perseverance. But remember, I'm always going to be drawn back to the thing that's the most challenging, lightening your load, and where that's coming from on the home front, where you could be freeing yourself up a little bit more, to have more time to create the things that you're meant to create. It feels like to move towards your biggest, highest purpose, because there's prosperity there. There's benefits there for you. Like you're meant to walk through that door into this kind of energy. And I said it before, but that parental energy really makes sense if that's you, if that's resonating with you. It's really hard to detach from what our children need. Even if they're grown, we still feel like we have to be all the things for everybody all the time when you're a mother, a father, having our hand in everything and making sure everybody else is okay and forgetting about ourselves. So even if you're not a parent, there's definitely an energy of stop putting yourself on the back burner and taking on all the things that aren't meant for you to be carrying, for you to be having to solve, figure out, work on. It feels like chores upon chores upon chores. That energy and doer of all the things just keeps floating around my mind. And it's like, delegate. If you can. Now, if you're somebody who is sitting here watching this thinking, I can't delegate, it's on me. Maybe I'm a single parent, or taking parenting out of the equation. It's all on me to be taking care of things because I don't have outside help to keep cultivating this. And I'm feeling a little bit defeated and losing confidence. I feel like stop, pause, ask for help with this. How can I make this easier for myself? Because that that energy of the 444 is angelic messaging rather, where it's like, if you're stuck and you can't see your way forward, take some time out to reflect and call in your guardian angels, your spirit guides, your passed on loved ones to help you with this, to show you the way forward in the most balanced way that you can possibly get to. Okay, let's pull some cards. Ooh, oh, wow. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take that because of the way that just happened. Ace of Earth. You know, I want to say too, and I should have probably said it while I was talking, I am so attracted to what I believe is a hawk up in this tree looking over the home. It's such a small thing that I don't think I've ever noticed in this card before. You see it up there? It's like a message, a messenger. I think pay attention to messages coming through. There's some sort of messaging, a messenger, something more otherworldly, like where it could be very subtle and you might miss it, like that angelic 444. There's messaging that's going to show up for you in some kind of way, and it's more subtle and it's more spiritual, I feel, in nature here. This is not about being hyper alert to it, but just being open to it. If it feels right, it is right. Even if the messaging is like, wow, seriously, listen to it, lean into it, because I do think that you've got a messenger coming in of some sort, and it could very likely be an animal messenger showing up for you. But be open to it showing up in all different kinds of ways, because I definitely think that you've got some spiritual guidance that's coming through for you. All right. Okay, in the reverse, High Priestess. And then we've got Ace of Earth over here. Three of Fire, goals, expansion, and vision. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And Eight of Fire in reverse. All right. Okay, I don't know why, but I felt compelled to look at the bottom card. So, and then it's the 10 of Air, which is endings, recovery, freedom. And that's that endings energy here with that 9999. There's something really powerful here in timing and being patient and still persevering through this more stagnant energy that I think some of you might be in. Either way, so Ace of Earth, another confirmation that prosperity and abundance wants to show up, and as well as opportunity, and that the tide wants to turn in your favor. Using resources to something, again, that's that looking outside of yourself energy and delegating and lightening your load so that you can receive this prosperity, these opportunities, and see the resources that you may not have noticed before. Also with High Priestess in the reverse. If it was upright, it would be intuition, wisdom, patience, feeling that. But it's in the reverse because you're not feeling that. And I think maybe you're underutilizing your intuition. I think that you likely have a really strong intuition. But because you're so busy taking care of all kinds of things and too many things, as I keep saying, you're missing it. You're not able to have time to even cultivate it, lean into it, hear those whispers of intuition, these messages that want to come through. And I think that this is just Spirit's way of really highlighting how important this is for you to allow yourself to do, to lean into it. Because you've got this High Priestess energy naturally. It's just being underutilized right now. And I love at the center of this that we've got goals, expansion, and vision under that home energy, right? This is what you are. This is your energy. You have the capacity to do this, to set sail, to move forward with fiery, creative, passionate, inspired energy. It's just a little blocked right now due to having too many things on your plate, not allowing you to put more time and energy into the things that would matter to you most, the things that would really benefit you the most. But this is what, spirit and the universe is highlighting for you to be working on right now at this time to cultivate that change, because it's like that door doesn't just crack open, it flies open for you. Because I should have mentioned that as well. I kept seeing like this door just flying right open, like it's coming. Luck's on your side. You've made it through the hard stuff. Like you're about to make it through all the hard stuff. Hold on kind of energy. It's coming. And then we've got this is just reiterating that hold on energy that I was talking about, right? Because we've got the Wheel of Fortune, luck, progress, change, stuck, stagnant right now. Nothing's moving. You're sort of just maintaining at this point. And I'm sure on some level you're thinking to yourself, I don't even feel like I'm maintaining. I'm just starting to lose steam. But again, that energy of keep going. Where can you lighten your load? Who can you ask for help? Where can you create space to connect to your intuition and receive these messages? Because it just feels like it's going to be so profound for you guys in creating this pathway to this change for you. That's so positive and brings in abundance. I definitely think materially, like financial abundance in some way. But we've got 8 of fire in reverse, right? Suggesting, it's not moving as fast as you'd like it to. Speed, activity, multitasking, it's in the reverse, right? Where it's like, it's too much of that. And this is what we need to reverse. This is what we need to be really focused on. Message 1 is allowing help, allowing other people to get off their butts and do some work and free up your time and energy for the things that matter the most. Because you've got opportunistic energy coming in. And it really does feel like that spring equinox energy is going to be super important for my message 1 choosers. I'm not sure why, but I feel very connected to that for you guys. Like that hope springs eternal. These energies that have been hard and tripping you up and stagnant and not moving, it's like that starts to change. So you want to be ready for that. I'm going to pull a few energy cards, spiritual energy cards. Mindfulness, peaceful presence, quiet mind. And again, this is just reiterating that need to kind of step back for meditation, to quiet your mind to receive these messages. Because I can't let that go either. That is something that's really wants to show up for you. And it feels like it has so much wisdom if you allow to have this energy start to turn sooner rather than later, instead of having to delay, because I do feel like delays would be inevitable if you stayed where you are right now, taking on everything and not lightening your load. And also, I should be talking about this more, staying in confidence in your power with the situation. Archangel Phanuel, hope, optimism, and new beginnings. This is all on the way for you. All the way. This is what wants to show up. And it goes really well with that 3 of fire energy, right? Which was also goals, vision, expansion, right? This is what's on the horizon for you. This is the change that wants to come in for you. This is the doorway that wants to blow wide open for my message 1s. I'm actually going to go like this. I think that's a little easier. Angels of the 7 chakras, power, truth, connection. Being aligned. I mentioned in my intro that I just put out an alignment meditation. I recognize how important it's going to be with the new energy showing up in the spring. Or, I guess it could be the fall for those of you on the opposite side of the world. Either way, so important to make sure that you're balanced and aligned so that you don't lose steam or motivation, so that you stay clear and present and open to that communication, that spiritual communication, the way forward. Making that a priority can be a really good idea for you guys. And then on the bottom of this here is peaceful pursuits and happy times, relaxation, getting to relax because you've lightened that load, you've delegated, you've asked for help, you've released the need to have your hand in everything and just said, you know what? This is what's most important to me, and this is what I'm going to continue to work on because this is my dream, my passion, my purpose. And there's lots of positive opportunity coming your way to make this dream, this passion, this purpose a reality. And, I definitely still feel like for some of you, the energy like at home could be made better, stronger as well. There could be some sort of expansion there. It could be moving to a new home. It could be things on the home front get a lot easier and better and more settled for you. I think it's both. I think there's positivity there that could be showing up for you, but currently there's some energy there that make things difficult. Hopefully that makes sense. All right. I am going to look at some sacred timing card here for you guys. Many factors. Timing is fragile, complex, and multifaceted now. Delicate, precision, and clarity. Okay. All right. So it's sort of like it's not set in stone. The timing of this is not set in stone. So don't feel like time is running out. Because remember, we got that, didn't we get that card with the sands? Oh, it was on the underbelly of the deck where it was that 10 of air, that exhaustion energy, and they were holding that hourglass, right? Holding the time. And I do feel like relax your energy a little bit if you feel like time is running out or you're going to miss something. It's not. It is, as this says, it's fragile and it's complex. What's meant for you, you won't miss. Message 1. I definitely feel like that's a strong thing that I need to let you know. There are many factors at play depending on choices that you make, the things that you do moving forward. Timing is fragile, complex, and multifaceted now. Delicate, precision, clarity. You want to get to that energy of clarity and confidence before you even begin to put more time and energy into this thing that you're being asked to cultivate, create, move towards. This change, this positive change that I really do feel like brings in some form of abundance and material reward. You want to make sure that you're good, that you're balanced, right? Just like the chakra card here, and leaning into the energy of hope and optimism and creativity and new beginnings, really, really, really allowing yourself to believe in this for yourself. And mindfulness, right? Receiving those messages. If it's showing up for you, it's entirely possible for you to be receiving higher wisdom at this time. In a nutshell, it all comes down to you freeing up some of your time and lightening your load and delegating as much as you can so that you can give yourself over to the things that matter the most to you. All right. Ooh, okay, I have a card that flew up, but I'm going to have to pause so that I can pick it up off the floor. Okay, so that's one card that fell on the floor. We'll look at it together. The angels have so many ways to communicate with you. When the same song keeps recurring through your day, there is a reason. Listen carefully. Okay, so this is one way that messaging is going to show up for you. So be open to it. Don't dismiss it as silly or ridiculous. It is showing up for you. There's a reason for it, as this says. So pay attention to that. Messaging coming through music. Okay, at times, angels announce their arrival by the flutter of their wings, which feels like a sudden gentle breeze. Even when the windows are closed, embrace their presence, okay? So you may feel on your skin, like a breeze on your skin, and you'll know that they're around. It almost can feel like a tingling sensation sometimes too, or somebody just rubbed a feather on your cheek or tickled your cheek with a feather. All those kinds of things are their angels' way of saying, hey, we're around. And 4444 is all about their availability to you, that they're around, they're ready to answer questions. You have their ear at that time. So another thing to be mindful of when you feel those things is a good time to ask for clarity, but it's also a good time to pay attention to whatever your thoughts were, because they have something to say. They have something important to tell you. All right. I am going to cap this off with one final message here. Message 1, it feels like you are very, very close in many regards to moving towards that doorway, opening it up to like the fated life, the destined life, prosperity, and beautiful things that are very much connected to things that you do, you create, that you bring into the world. And it feels very much like it's connected to your passion and purpose. But things on the home front have your energy bogged down. You're taking on a lot of things and responsibilities. And if I could leave you with one message to walk away from this reading, would be to just lighten your load in any way that you can. Even little things, just take them off your to-do list. to help free you up and to take time for balance, alignment, and connection, because you are going to receive messages. Increase your knowledge. Education brings opportunities. Take a course, pick up a book, or find a mentor to teach you what your soul longs to know. And then you've got that many factors. Timing is fragile, complex, and multifaceted now. Delicate precision and clarity. Needing that clarity, needing that understanding and wisdom. Missing a little bit of information, not really having the time to go seek it out. Big, big message for you guys. Making time to be balanced and mindful and go quiet. It's sort of like receiving on two fronts. What information I need to move my situation forward, because it's stuck a little bit at the moment, and then receiving it, not just through by way of spiritual information, but also through some form of education, learning process, etc., etc. So be open to that as well. Message 1. I think I'm going to leave that there. I hope that you guys all have the most amazing day today. Take care, guys. Hello, message 2. So I went ahead and pulled the main overarching energies just to save a little bit of time, because these are longer videos. Okay, centrally we've got forgiveness showing up. So this could be something that you feel you need to forgive yourself for, that you need to let go of and forgive others for, so that you can move forward and move on in some kind of way and embrace change and transformation and walk through a new door, towards your destiny and your fated life. When we're having a lot of heavy energy that we're holding on to, we genuinely need to work on that first and release it before we can even embrace new things and new beginnings. And there definitely feels like there's an element of that here for me, for my group 2 choosers. We shall see what else shows up with that. Okay. Transformation. Yeah. Transformation. Coming out on the side of challenge. This is the thing that's not happening, that's tripping you up, that's keeping you stuck, right? You're not able to transform because there's a heaviness held in your body, in your heart space specifically, that has caused you to feel pain and sadness and heaviness. Again, whether this is something that you perceived you did wrong and you can't forgive yourself for, or it's connected to somebody else, holding on to it like it's the truth about you, or that there's some truth in whatever this pain caused about you, is not benefiting you in any way. It's holding back change and transformation. So really giving yourself over to heal this energy out. If this is connected to another person who caused you pain in some kind of way, and you're having a really hard time moving past it, forgiveness is never for those that have hurt us. It's for us, so that we can have peace instead of pain, so we can lighten our own personal loads and move forward, and move towards transformation. Just remember that it's not about giving anybody a pass for their wrongdoings. But conversely, if you need to forgive yourself for things that you've perceived as you've done wrong, or mistakes that you've made, you're only human. You're not your mistakes or your possibilities. As long as we learn from the things that we got wrong and we resolve ourselves to do better, which I feel like, for those of you who feel you need to forgive yourself and you're holding on to shame about yourself of some kind, I think you've already you already have remorse, and you've already reconciled that energy within yourself, that I would never do this again. I don't ever want to cause pain like this again, or I feel really bad about what my actions caused or mistakes. I think that you've already reconciled this within yourself, and that you need to let yourself off the hook, right? Mistakes are just learning. That's all it is, learning what not to do, or what we could have done better. And as long as we learn, which is what I've really been trying to say, we are getting it right, and we do deserve compassion and forgiveness for ourselves. But this could be either or. I definitely think there's 2 messages here. Some of you need to forgive yourselves, and some of you need to forgive others, so that you can move forward to change and transformation, right? Which is what this reading is all about. Strength. Okay. Yeah. Needing to cultivate more strength within yourself, the strength to let go, the strength to forgive yourself. It just goes really well with these cards, actually. Needing more of this in your life, needing to cultivate it as much as you possibly can. Strengthen your resolve in yourself, and your belief in yourself and your self-esteem. Having the strength to allow for forgiveness, especially for those of you who have been hurt by somebody else and it's been really difficult for you to move through it, again, remember that this forgiveness would be for you so that you can have peace and they no longer live rent-free in your head. They're no longer taking up space in your heart. You are free. Let's pull some tarot. Or actually, I've got a couple of other cards I want to pull here with you guys. Yes. So really the main overarching energies are suggesting a lack of strength right now because of pain, whether it's pain that you feel you've created and you're feeling shame or guilt, or it's pain that somebody else created and you're having a hard time reconciling it. It is the thing that is stopping change from happening for you. Okay, so we've got 3, 3, 3, 3. So threes are going to be a power number for you right now. Pay attention when threes show up in your sphere of awareness because there's probably some messaging there for you. Realistic and practical, approach goals, divine timing, ambition, and cooperation. You have the benefit of good fortune, and if you use your wise judgment, you can do anything. In this place, you can reach new heights. You should act on your potential when you see this pattern, since what you plant will grow. You're about to experience a spectacular ascent. Divine timing is at play as well. That's amazing for you guys. It's sort of like these last vestiges of pain that you've had or been holding on to, or, discombobulated energy held within the heart. And I think solar plexus and sacral as well. It's like, if we can reconcile these, if we can work on them and remove them once and for all, the tides start turning in your favor. Like that divine timing shows up for you in the best possible way. Cause it's like, okay, you're ready. You've got something to do. You've got this doorway that wants to open up for you now. And you're going to move into something much better, higher energy, more light, more purposeful, more passionate. And for whatever reason, I keep feeling like better connections for some of you. There's some sort of energy around better connections and connections coming in for you that you're going to be really happy about. This does say too that you should act on your potential when you see this pattern. So there's definitely, again, that two messages. Potential for new beginnings in all kinds of ways, in passion and purpose. But I do feel like for some of you, there's a potentially new connections, relationships, romantic or otherwise. We'll see what else comes out with this though. Oh my gosh, look at this, guys. Threes are going to be so powerful for you. And 0 is God force energy, right? Very empowering. 3s and 0s. Look at this, sudden challenges. Divine intervention, sudden challenges, pleasant surprises, gut feelings. It says a yay. This number serves as a gentle nudge to pursue whatever interests you most. It's possible that something could rock your boat, but you'll end up exactly where you belong, which could be in somebody's arms, your dream job, or abroad. Wow. And that's exactly what I was trying to say. Like this, I feel like it's two things, like a dream job, like a new beginning, a new passion, a new purpose, or a new connection. Definitely dual energy showing up here. What's interesting though, is that this is talking about, it's possible that something could rock your boat, but you'll end up exactly where you belong. I think that has already happened with this forgiveness energy showing up. I think that your boat has essentially already been rocked and now you're grappling with that energy, trying to figure out what's my, what was the hand I had in this situation? What did I do wrong? What did they do wrong? I have this pain and I'm losing motivation, strength. And so no change or transformation is happening because I'm stuck in this pain because I didn't see this coming. I feel a bit blindsided by it. And now my energy is all askew and my emotions are all off and I'm losing trust and faith in myself and others. It's like that. And I think this has already happened. These sudden challenges already have happened. And I think that this is where you're being asked to up-level your strength, give yourself time to heal through and move through these energies and emotions, really make it a priority. Because on the other side of this is that you could end up in somebody else's arms, those new positive connections, that's the doorway, or to a dream job for some of you, right? General reading. So you'll know who you are and which one resonates with you most. But those are the opportunities and the changes that want to show up for you. But it starts here, message 3, with working on these heavier, harder energies. Don't hold yourself hostage to any perceived mistakes that you think that you've made. Whether you did or not, they're just lessons, not life sentences. Allow yourself to learn from these and move on. And as well as allowing forgiveness for anybody that caused you pain. Again, because they just keep having power over you if we hold on to that. And you want to take your power back. You want the strength to take your power back in a situation, because the divine door opening for you has so much beautiful possibility with connection and new jobs and things like that, moving for some of you. All right, let's pull some tarot. Ooh. Okay, we've got 9 of water in reverse. 2 of fire in reverse. I definitely am getting the sense some of you got burned by a partner. Renewal, love that. Reflection, self-evaluation, and rebirth, upright. Right under that forgiveness energy. Balance, compromise, self-control, moderation. And 2 of air, indecision, avoidance, confusion. All right. Upright. So let's talk about this. I'm going to look at the bottom card here too. Nice. Okay, on the bottom is Queen of Water, loving, giving, and psychic. This is you. This is like the underbelly of all this. This is a suppressed part right now. That's not brought out as fully as it could be, should be. Would that be best for you? Like, you are the energy, you embody that, male or female, it doesn't matter. It just means somebody who is very nurturing, passionate, compassionate, creative, and somebody who inspires and is very psychically connected. This is the energy you want to bring back up. This is who you want to reconnect to, this part of yourself. All right. With these cards in reverse, it's sort of just reiterating why transformation is not happening and how you have had pain. I definitely think more of you than not, you've been hurt or burned by a partner. They did something to cause you to sort of lose yourself and be in this pain body. With 9 of water, wishes, dreams, and happiness in reverse, not feeling that, feeling like those kinds of things were taken from you in a sense. And then 2 of fire in the reverse was planning, partnering, and progress. This stuff being kind of like just thrown overboard because of these sudden challenges that showed up for you, and these things that I feel like blindsided a lot of you. I didn't see that coming, didn't expect that from this person, really being hurt. But what I love is where we're going with this, right? These are the big asks here: renewal and balance. Reflection, self-evaluation brings about that sense of rebirth, that new beginning. It is time to give yourself over to healing this pain out. Again, forgive yourself for anything that you perceived that you did wrong in the situation, and forgive the others, not because it's okay what they did, but because you deserve peace, right? It's time to renew, self-evaluate, move forward, because you've got this beautiful energy up here that wants to show up for you, right? This divine timing coming in, and opportunities. Obviously, this is pretty self-explanatory with balance showing up, compromise, self-control, and moderation. Be careful what you're doing with your energy. Take time out to reflect, to do good things that are really good for you, body, mind, and soul, to stay balanced and centered in yourself and not lose yourself or get lost in the sauce of what happened. I definitely feel like a mental energy here for some of you, replaying the situation over and over again. 2 of air, though, indecision, avoidance, and confusion, suggesting this is something that's been really tripping you up. And that's that mental energy, right? Replaying events, overthinking your situation, spending too much time up in your mind and not enough time in the heart, and clearing that heart space and being open to these new opportunities that want to come through. Be really mindful of this. When you catch yourself, feeling indecisive and you're avoided and, feeling avoidant of things and feeling really confused, that is the time to step back and find ways to bring yourself back into balance, whether through meditation, a walk, good food, a phone call with somebody that, like a best friend, or, listening to things that bring about, like on YouTube, for example, that bring you positivity and joy or make you laugh or smile. Those are the kinds of things you're going to want to do when you catch yourself in this energy, right? So you don't get stuck and lost there, because it does look like we've been in here for a little bit and we're really having a hard time moving through this heavier energy, which makes a lot of sense. All things connected to connection and the heart are very difficult to reconcile, but this is the big ask for you, so that you can cultivate change and move towards somebody else's arms, a new connection, a new love, or a dream job, or a movement, like a move, an actual literal move to something somewhere better for you, where I do think that those kinds of changes would show up in that situation as well. By that I mean, if you moved abroad or you went and you took on a new job in a totally different place, it also connects you to better people, love interests, and situations. People, community in general. All right. I'm going to pull some more cards here. And I keep my eyes keep moving towards that last line of here. You're about to experience a spectacular ascent. So there is this feeling of the energy is coming in, positive energy, like optimal, supportive energy in the ethers, around surrounding you right now. And you're going to want to lean into it and utilize that energy as much as possible. Prophets and ancient seers, decisions, predictive guidance, right? This is why we really want to get into balance out of this heavy energy. This wants to show up for you guys in a very big way, to show you the way. That energy that I was just talking about, like you'll experience a spectacular ascent. This is what's on the card. This is the energy that's showing up for you guys. And so you want to really be in good physical, mental, and emotional balance to receive it. I also think that you have this ability to connect to this prophetic energy, but when we're in pain and we're heavy, we're not very open. And so there's that as well. This is something that wants to show up for you guys, though. Oh my gosh, personal guide, guardian angel, and spirit family. Next to prophets and ancient seers. Call in, take some time out to meditate, message 2. Call in your spirit guides, your passed on loved ones, your angels. Make it a practice for the next little while. Even if it's just 5 or 10 minutes here and there where you're clearing your crown, your third eye, and you're saying things like, I'm open to receive your divine wisdom, your truth, your intelligence. Help me move through this. Help me let this go. Show me the way forward. You'll receive is a really strong energy here. Personal guides. Look, we're going back into this energy of indecision, avoidance, and confusion. It's such a big sticking point here for my message 2s. Many choices and uncertainty. This is, I think, a result of this heavier or more emotional energy where you can't transform because you're stuck here. And it's been so difficult for you to get out of this confusion, being bogged down, overthinking. All the more reason to make a practice right now where you're finding your way into balance, doing meditations, going on walks, using affirmations, every tool in your toolkit that you can utilize right now that up levels your energy and helps you stay present and balanced is going to be a really good idea for you to help me pull you out of this more confused, indecisive energy, right? Because I do feel like, this, if you chose message 2, there is something coming in the ethers, in the energy that's really supportive right now of you, like good timing, and you don't want to miss it because of this energy. And that, I don't say that to scare you or, to induce fear or anything, but just to give you a heads up that all the more reason to make healing a priority right now for you. Because this is strong energy that wants to show up for you. And if it's showing up like this with personal guides, prophets, and ancient seers, you'll receive answers, the way forward, understanding, discernment, healing even. You can even ask them to send you some healing your way. Archangel Raphael is great for that. Okay. Okay, a long time. Think long term as you are building something to last. Gradual unfolding future. Patience, 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 right? The divine timing of things is patience, patience, patience. As it says, think long term as you are building on something to last, that's going to last a lifetime, right? Whether this is a relationship that ends up being cultivated where it lasts a lifetime, getting old and gray together, or a career or a new place, whatever it is, being patient, working through it, moving through this heavier energy, and just keep building on it is your way forward, right? Gradual unfolding future, being patient with these things. Don't worry or get yourself so tripped up and indecisive thinking that you have to make immediate decisions. This makes me feel like timing's on your side, but it's really optimal right now for healing the stuff that's really causing pain and stagnancy in you, right? You want to see those doors start to open for you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And don't just, and I think that this is sort of like what comes after this healing energy, which is, as again, this energy right now, this is very supportive of you doing just that, healing out, lightening your load, feeling a lot better, softer, really embracing that forgiveness energy and connecting very spiritually. Remember that Queen of, I think it was the Queen of Cups that was on the bottom of the deck, suggesting that you naturally have these psychic abilities. And I feel like there's some sort of expansion on those kinds of energies as well here for my message twos. All of this on the table for you, requiring patience and trust and faith, starting up here. Because ultimately it leads to this long-term planning and situation that unfolds in increments, all in an ascent pattern, right? As this says, ascending up, moving forward, onward, upward in the best possible way. Angels are often felt but not seen. You might experience a cold, tingling feeling on your skin or on the back of your neck. Fear not. This is the angel drawing close to you. Yes. So when you feel those moments, when you start to have these kinds of sensations, stop, pause, take a deep breath and say, okay, I'm open. What is your wisdom? What is your guidance? What do you have for me? It also could be their healing energy showing up for you. Archangel Michael, guardian of the earth realm, clears away energy when we are struggling. His presence is often signaled by indigo orbs or sparkles of light. You might observe purple flowers or feel attracted to amethyst gemstones. So a bit of a heads up that these kinds of stones would be a good idea for my message twos to utilize at this time, but also paying attention to when you see these kinds of flashes of light. He's around and he's really good for protection when we don't feel safe or we're feeling vulnerable and we're not feeling strength. He's essentially the angel of power and strength and protection. So calling him in when you feel anything but those things is a good idea for you. And to help clear away anything that you're struggling with, as this says, would be a really good thing for my message two choosers. And beyond that, that the energy of Archangel Raphael, as I said before, is really good for healing, actually healing pain, physical, mental, and emotional. Look at this. Such a strong message for you guys right now. The energy and the timing is optimal for you to receive a really powerful healing. And then moving forward, you've got this beautiful door opening up for you to change to all kinds of beautiful change with people, love, job, Prioritize self-care. You do so much for others. It's time for you to experience the love you deserve and let others help you. 110,000% yes message to you. You deserve this. Know that, trust that. Give yourself time through this healing energy. It will help bring transformation and new beginnings in all kinds of ways. And know that the timing is not running out for you, right? It's a slow ascent, but it's a positive one going in the right direction. This is when all these doors will start to open for you and new beginnings begin. And also, you're more psychically inclined than I think than you realize, and you're more powerful than you realize. You have the strength to move through this and get to the other side of this change, this destined, fated change. Okay, I think I'm going to leave that there. I hope you guys all have an amazing day. Take care, guys. Hello, message 3. So I went ahead and pulled the main overarching energies just to save a little bit of time in the videos. Okay, so essentially we've got grieving. And, the challenge. We've got good luck. And talent. Okay. Talent. Message 3. It looks like things have been quite difficult for you in the energy of grieving right now. So this would be something that it affects your ability to see change and transformation and notice that doorway that's waiting for you to walk through it towards your destiny and your fate. Grieving and loss, feeling like luck has been anything but on your side, experiencing a lot of bad luck. Now, this can be an actual physical loss, or it could be the loss of a friend, a community, a job, a million things where loss can happen. A loss of, you put all your time and energy into something and then you have to pack it in because it's not working out. So that feels like a great loss, and needing to grieve that and transform this energy back into good luck for yourself. But this is connected to utilizing some sort of a talent and a gift that you have. There is a talent and a gift that you have that's being underutilized, that spirit, the universe is saying it's time to bring this talent out because you have it and it's needed, and it'll help you through your situation. It'll help you through the grieving process and turn your luck around back into good luck rather than feeling like you've been experiencing nothing but bad luck. Because I definitely get that sense here for my message 3s. Let's pull some cards. Whoop, I think I just bumped the camera. Yeah, it definitely seems like this is very much been a difficult energy that you've been in, and experiencing this grieving and this loss and feeling like luck is just never ever in your favor. And there's this heads up from the universe saying, well, there's this talent and gift that you have and only you can bring to the situation in the best way that needs to be brought about. And this is going to be a catalyst to change and new pathways forward. I keep hearing the song, You Can Go Your Own Way. So I don't know if that's going to resonate with any of you, but you can go your own way. So I don't know if you invested time and energy into a situation that involved other people and maybe their dream rather than cultivating your own or utilizing your own gifts, skills, and talents for yourself in some way. But if that resonates, there's definitely like this message of you can go your own way. You don't need to stick to a particular group, situation, job, whatever it is. Like you've got the gifts, skills, talents, and abilities to do just that. Five, and it's compassion. And 5 is the number of change. That's what these messages are all about how we can move towards positive change. And it's saying compassion. Love, affection, compassion, kindness, attention, and self-love. Several unexpected developments will enter your life and impact how you feel. This is a chance to reevaluate your identity. You need a mental shift towards greater optimism, self-assurance, and trust. Put your faith in your gut and your inner voice. Pay attention to your feelings and use them to help you become a better person. And when they say a better person, that just means the best version of yourself. Wow. Compassion towards yourself, allowing yourself this time to grieve what's been lost, what hasn't worked out. And it really does lend itself well to utilizing your own talents, and you can go your own way with something. As this says, put your faith and your gut your faith. Sorry, I'm going to reread that. Put your faith in your gut and inner voice and pay attention to your feelings and use them to help yourself. You need a mental shift towards greater optimism. And it says this is a chance to reevaluate your identity. And I think that that's because you may be selling yourself short in some way, thinking that you can't do something on your own or that you don't have enough talent to do it on your own, but you do. There's a strong message of that here for you guys. And self-love, right? Self-love, showing yourself love through this situation, through this hardship where you've been experiencing bad luck. Oh my goodness. 0550, lots of fives, lots of change. And 0 is God force energy. So 5 is really, really significant for you. Pay attention to when they show up in your sphere of awareness. Success, knowledge, friendship, impatience, freedom, and optimism are the key words here. When chances present themselves, seize them and do something out of the ordinary. Whew. Whether in your professional or personal life, you will find success by welcoming creative impulses and having faith in your own abilities. There's that having faith in yourself again. Something that I think has been lost due to this situation where you've experienced loss and now you're in grieving and that energy of like luck not on your side. Trust in chance and take risks on opportunities that could change your life for the better. I love that. And friendship. So this could be connected to somebody, a new friendship coming in, a friend that has an offering for you. And even if it scares you a little bit, but it feels like, oh, maybe there is something good to this. Trust that gut, trust that instinct, have faith in yourself, your abilities. You're not less than, there's nothing more you need to be able to do this thing. It's the opportunity. It's one of the opportunities here showing up for my message 3s. Just know that, to have faith in that. Yeah, as it says, trust in chance and take risks on opportunities that could change your life for the better, right? And that's what this reading is. It's all about change and opening, walking through that doorway of change and opportunity, especially after you've been in this hardship where things not working out. And, you're going to probably hate me for saying this, but normally when things don't work out the way that we had hoped and we do experience this loss and we're in grieving and everything just feels like it's crashing down and we have the worst luck, it's sort of one of those awful pinches from the universe that we can't see at the time, but it's like there was always going to be something much better for you that you were meant to move towards, that had higher purpose and better people connected to your talent that was waiting for you. So if this had worked out for you, the situation where you're now experiencing frustration and loss, you never would have got to it or would have been delayed in some way. So just remind yourself of that. If it didn't work out, there was a reason for it. It's sort of like that energy of God's redirection is God's protection. And it feels like that's true here for you guys. In the reverse, we've got 10 of fire, 7 of fire. Wow. Okay. Really painting a picture here on what's been challenging. Knight of earth, 3 of earth. And this is all in the reverse right now. And then King of Earth upright. Love that. Prosperous, generous, and successful. Okay. And on the bottom of this, Page of Water. I always like to I've been rather looking at the bottom card on the deck because I feel like it's giving me another picture, a better picture of what's been going on. It's in the reverse, saying sensitive, open-hearted, and intuitive, being in the reverse, right? So being a little bit closed down to the situation because you're in that pain and grieving and frustration stage. But this too shall pass is what I'm feeling for you guys. Not to worry. Now, with this energy of loss, grieving, and good luck being a challenge, we've got 10 of fire, overworked, stressed, and imbalanced. An energy that you've also been putting in a lot of effort, time, energy, only to see something not work out. And then we've got challenge, determination, and resistance. And this was also in the reverse. you've been up, it's sort of like you've had your back up against a wall. I definitely think that you guys have been putting a lot of time, creative energy, passion behind things, only to see it not work out and to lose all of that time, or feel like you've lost all of that time. And in the center, we've got Knight of Earth, organized, responsible, and supportive. I think that some of you have been burned by others in a group setting, at a workplace, in a career, people that you were maybe trying to build something with, being disappointed, not experiencing that support, lack of responsibility and organization on their part, causing the situation to maybe not work out as well as it could have, especially when we see overworked and imbalanced over here, and resistance and challenge being a really hard thing for you. And I feel like this is definitely connected to where the losses and the grieving and all that time spent, only to have been burned by the situation and not have everybody show up the way that they could have to make the situation better and stronger. But remember, if it didn't work out for you, it's because there's something better, which is definitely showing up here. And then we've also got this in reverse, and it's Three of Earth, talent, recognition, and collaboration. And it's in the reverse next to that, responsible and supportive. Again, I feel like it's just reiterating that part of the equation here for my message threes is people who lacked the support, who didn't do their part, who didn't show up for you the way that they should have, who maybe you collaborated with thinking that you could trust them, only to have been burned by them in some kind of way. And these talents that you have, this creative energy that you have, is not something that you need to connect to other people to see some sort of reward, recognition, or something positive come as a result of it. You don't need these people, these situations. You've got everything that you need, right? Because it's highlighted here as talent. Yeah, I definitely think that an organization, a job, a group collab that you didn't work out, and a lot of it is connected to those others not doing their part and experiencing loss as a result, or not seeing something lift off the ground as a result. And your talent is still worthy of recognition and positive collaboration, as opposed to what I think you've been in. And this has been a big challenge here, I think, for my group threes. But I love where we're going with this, with the King of Earth energy, prosperous, generous, and successful. But I really do feel like it's connected to you striking it on your own in some kind of way. Now, this doesn't mean that there's not going to be helpers along the way, that friendship energy is not going to show up to help guide you towards something or present an opportunity where there is a little bit of risk, but worth it. It feels like here for me, for my group threes, this is that doorway that wants to open for you. And remember, it's not just career oriented and talent oriented, even though that's a big part of the equation. I think that this can also lead to better community and people, even romance for some. And this is general, so that's definitely not going to ring true for all of you, but for whatever reason, I'm feeling that, so I'm saying it. Let's pull some more cards. Yeah, conscious steps. We've got this in the reverse. And it makes sense that it's in the reverse because we're not really knowing what to do just yet, right? We're a little bit blindsided by this grief energy, which is going to be a good idea for you to work on and move through so that you can reconnect to your own passion and talents and gifts again, and then be open to these opportunities showing up. It says considered action looking forward. So no hasty decisions right now, right? Take time for you, reconcile this energy within you, move through these emotions, and then start taking conscious steps, one foot in front of the other forward. Nothing to, not necessarily in a quick, hasty way, but in a methodical way. Nice. The healing heart. Yep. Ooh, and it's got the romance energy there too. I got a little bit too excited. The healing heart, love, acceptance, and romance. Yeah. There is that weird energy that I feel that some of this is connected to romance as well. So some of you could be watching this and be like, I don't know, I'm kind of confused because yeah, I have these little things going on when it comes to my passion and purpose and the environment that I'm like maybe making money from that I'm not loving. But I'm more concerned about things that I've been dealing with, loss with a relationship and bad luck in that. And it's just never working out for me. This is your message. Love, acceptance, and romance is going to be showing up for you. The healing heart, right? After loss, after grief, after pain. But even if that's you and you're more on the side of relationship, romance, connection, that's been the problem here to moving towards change and seeing that door open for you. I still think that there's a message for you guys that you have gifts and talents in your work environment, in your purpose, that also need to be looked at, that are important, that require you to show up authentically as you and utilize those gifts and talents in a way that's not reliant or dependent on a bunch of other people. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah. Power, truth, and connection. And this is an energy that you're going to come into as angels of the 7 chakras. So really a heads up from spirit saying that doing an alignment meditation would be a really good idea for you guys, making sure that you're balanced, body, mind, soul, moving through this grief, this heavier, harder energy. Will bring you back to yourself and help you make conscious steps forward, moving into an acceptance energy, love, connection, new beginnings, possibilities, opportunities on the horizon, right? It always starts with us being really good mentally, emotionally, and physically, and balancing out our chakras, because we hold a lot of blocks when things show up by way of pain and frustration. And I definitely think that's true for you. For some reason, I'm really connected to the crown there. So I think maybe clearing away some mental energy would be a good idea for some of my group 3s, so that you can receive answers and things from the universe about how to move through this, how to take these conscious steps forwards, who to move towards, who to connect to, where to look to kind of begin again in many aspects of your life and start cultivating that good luck energy. Okay, weird. I feel like I need to look at the bottom of this. Freedom. Okay, moving on to letting go. Yes. I don't know why I just got all weird about, I need to look at this, the bottom of this card. This is what's on the cards for you. This is the underbelly. This is the way, this is what's going to show up for you, right? This is part of the pathway to change, is that you're going to start to feel this if you heed the guidance and advice here. It's like moving on and letting go. That's exactly what happens for you. You release yourself from the past, these burdens. I feel like some of these people who were just not showing up for you the way that they should have, who you couldn't rely on, who weren't responsible and supportive, you become free of all of that. So just another little message here for you guys. All right, let's look at the timing card. Evolving. What you want changes as you get more experience. Growth, cycles, level up. Nice. Okay. You are evolving as a person, right? It's that energy of, if one door closes, it's because there's a better door. And this is all about walking through the right door, this reading, right? You are evolving, and it's okay if you've outgrown these people, this situation, this group, this community, that are no longer serving you, where your talents are being underutilized or underappreciated. It's okay that that's happening. It is hard, and there is grief in that, letting go. Even though we recognize it is for our best and highest good, it's still hard to detach, right? We have a lot of history with these people, these situations. Just know that this is happening for you, not to you, even though I think it feels like it's happening to you. You are evolving, you're growing, you are moving through a cycle, and you're leveling up. What you want changes as you get more experience, and that's okay. It's okay to want something different. It's okay to have outgrown this situation and these people. A white feather is in an unexpected location assures you that you're on the right path and you're not alone. Nice. I love that. So if you're out going for a walk, which is a great idea for clearing our mind and feeling more grounded, and you come across a white feather, this is just confirmation for you. Again, a white feather is in an unexpected location assures that you are on the right path and that you are not alone. Yes. So pay attention to these little signs from the universe, from the angels, from the spiritual realm. They're speaking to you. They're guiding you. They're showing you the way, and you are not alone. I definitely feel like it feels like that for you guys, because I do think some of you have been sort of blindsided and burned a little bit by people that you otherwise thought you could trust. At times, you may receive a series of favors or unexpected gifts for no apparent reason. The angels are here to remind you that you are deserving of all good things. Yeah. A series of favors or unexpected gifts. Yeah. So be open to this. You know how we can get really humble and shy and awkward when people give us things like, and we have that like, oh, I should say, oh, no, 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 it's okay. No, no, no. It's sort of like being open and accepting that with an open heart, love, and gratitude. You do deserve it. You are long overdue, I think, for good things coming your way, is my feeling for my message threes. Again, at times you may receive a series of favors or unexpected gifts for no apparent reason. The angels are here to remind you that you are deserving of all good things. Yes, yes, yes. And it feels long overdue. It feels long overdue for you guys, I feel. Let's just cap this off with a final message. Message 3, give yourself over to moving through these heavy energies. Allow yourself to evolve. Embrace new opportunities that are going to show up for you. But first start with that healing energy, getting aligned and balanced, releasing this heavier, frustrated energy. And then it's like the doors blow wide open for you guys. These new things start to come in. Deeper insights are at hand. Your overall plan is good, but the details need work. Reflect before moving forward, right? That's that conscious steps. And it was a bit of a heads up, right? Because it is reverse, suggesting that maybe you haven't stepped back enough to take time to think about how to pivot and move forward, and that you are evolving and it's cyclical and it requires patience. A big heads up from Spirit, right? Make sure that you're looking at all the things and that you're not settling for less than what you deserve too, because I think that's a part of the equation here. Deeper insights are at hand. Your overall plan is good, but the details need work. Reflect before moving forward, right? So just heed that advice and guidance, because it is for your best and highest good with your situation. But I love that it's saying that your overall plan is good. And it just might require you utilizing more of your gifts and talents too. So look at that, because that's something I'm feeling here for some of my message 3 choosers. Okay, I think I'm going to leave that there. I hope that you guys all have the most amazing day. Take care, guys. Hello, message 4. I went ahead and pulled the main energies, overarching energies, just to save a little bit of time in the video, but we'll look at them together. Okay, essentially we've got beauty, peace, protection. Okay. All right. So this makes me feel like some of you are afraid to be seen. Maybe you don't feel good enough. You quite literally don't feel beautiful enough to put yourself out there and be seen. So this could be connected to relationships, or it could just be like maybe putting yourself out on the internet in some kind of way. Like, I've got something to say and I've all these dreams, wishes, and desires, but there's no inner peace within me that makes me feel like it's safe for me to do that. Even though there's a massive suggestion here that you are protected and safe from all types of harm, and that you are safe from heartache and pain as a result of putting yourself out there, whether in relationship or, in a way where people see you more and they notice you more, right? There's an introverted energy I feel here for a lot of you. It's about owning your beauty and who you are, what you bring to the table internally and externally. Because I feel like the change that wants to show up for you and the pathway to change involves you being seen more in many capacities, not just by way of like maybe, walking through the door to a new romantic connection or people in situations where you would have to be seen and be open and putting yourself out there, but also for opportunities where you might bring something to the table. Again, like something like putting yourself on the internet would require you to be seen and trust that you are safe and protected from all types of harm, that you are worthy of this thing, this talent that you might have that would require you to be seen in this way. But peace is out on the side of challenge, suggesting that there's not a lot of inner peace when you consider these things and moving towards these things and putting yourself out there more. There's a self-esteem issue that's acting like a block here. But I do want to reiterate that you've got that protection energy over here, suggesting that you are safe. And it's, she's holding the world on her belly, which is connected to our sacral chakra, which is our emotional energy center. It's where we use affirmations like, I am creative, I am passionate, I'm inspired, I'm innovative, and I'm beautiful. So there's a massive block here, I think, for my group fours when it comes to that. The stories you tell yourself about why you can't put yourself out there, why you can't move towards this community and be seen in this way and show up that way, or why you can't put yourself out and on the world, I'll say on the world stage, but I just mean in any kind of capacity where you're seen, there's fear around that. It feels like here it's acting as a block, and it's making it so that your destiny, your fate, this door that's waiting for you to walk through it stays shut. But I do want to highlight the fact that we've got protection here, suggesting that you are safe to do these things. It's your own internal processes and thoughts about these things that where there's turmoil and lack of peace that makes it feel like you can't. I also think that you have something beautiful. Some of you have something beautiful to share with the world, gift, talent, otherwise. And it does require you to show up and be seen a little bit more too. And that's also scary for you. But again, I keep coming back to you're safe and protected from these things. It's just your thoughts about it. It's hard. It's hard to push past those discomforts and move out of our comfort zone. But I want to just say, I keep having the thought of you're good enough, you're good enough, you're good enough. So I'm going to say it to you, message 4, you are good enough to have these things, to be seen in this way, to show up for yourself in this way and find peace within again. And this is going to be your catalyst to change and that door opening for you where beautiful things, people, and situations show up for you. Okay, I'm going to pull some cards. Okay, we've got sudden challenges, divine intervention, sudden challenges, pleasant surprises, and gut feelings. And it's 0330. So pay attention to these numbers if they show up for you. This number serves as a gentle nudge to pursue whatever interests you most. It's possible that something could rock your boat, but you'll end up exactly where you belong, which could be in somebody's arms, your dream job, or abroad. And I like that we've got protection here, right? These sudden challenges, I think that a lot of you have already experienced them, right? Which has caused this lack of peace within you, has made you feel less than in some kind of way. And it's like, yeah, Spirit jumped into this message to say, we're reminding you that this is something that needs to be resolved because there's beautiful things that await by way of connection, dream job, moving somewhere that's more connected to your soul. But it does require you to shift things, show up differently, be seen in some capacity. But whatever you've been through that has caused you to feel less than in some kind of way, or feel that, inner turmoil and lack of peace, needs to be resolved so that you can move towards this change. And I'm really attracted to pleasant surprises. So this could be something that's going to show up for you after you've been through what looks like some difficulty that's acting as some sort of a block to destined, fated change. I think these two cards came out for another message. It might have been message number 1, but it's exactly these two cards, but in a different capacity, where this one's showing up on the side of challenge and this one's showing on the side of guidance and advice. It says divine timing, realistic and practical, approach goals, divine timing, ambition, and cooperation. You have the benefit of good fortune, and if you use your wise judgment, you can do anything. In this place, you can reach new heights. You should act on your potential when you see this pattern, since what you plant will grow. You're about to experience a spectacular ascent. I love that. Divine timing is at play. So if you chose this message, this is coming on the side of like a spiritual guidance advice, what they want you to know. Something's shifting for you. Something's going to start to move in your favor. There's an essence or an energy of you're going to have to feel the fear and do it anyway, and be willing to put yourself out there, even though I think you've had some challenges in the past that made you feel like you can't do that or that you're less than. Working on those things will help you to be more open to this. And it says you should act on your potential when you see this pattern. So when you notice these threes and whatever thoughts you were having at the time, pay attention to them. Whatever's coming into your sphere of awareness, if you start noticing this pattern showing up for you, it is definitely trying to get your attention and nudge you towards something. Let's pull some tarot. That's some bad shuffling right there. Okay. Nothing's been flying out so far in these readings. That's okay. Awakening, and it's in the reverse. Justice in the reverse. Ace of Air in the reverse. Five of Earth. Ten of Air. Okay. Ooh. Okay. You know, it seems like for the majority of these readings, a lot of the people who are going to be watching this have been through some stuff, some really hard and heavy things. What's on the underbelly of this? The Empress in the reverse. Creation, abundance, and action. Okay. Yeah, things just not really moving, not really feeling connected to that energy right now. Feeling very dull. I get a sense of, I feel just really dull, just bleh. Let's talk about these cards though. Okay. This lack of peace energy and what's happened and what's been going on and creating these issues is right. We've got fairness, the law, and karma, pause, perspective, and selflessness connected to awakening, right? So definitely there's this energy showing up for you that really wants to wake you up and shake you up. And it does look and appear to me that you have been burned by somebody or someone in the past that has created this energy of feeling like things have just been very unfair and not working out for you, where it's sort of like, what did I do to deserve this kind of energy? But I definitely get a strong sense that a lot of you guys are moving through this now. Those hard challenges that happened are over now, and the power is within you to shift and change these things back into your favor, right? And wanting to really wake you up and get back into peace again, because you have a lot of awakening to do, it feels. I think it's already started slowly, but I have this sense of something could show up for you that is a big catalyst for this awakening to blow wide open and become massive. And it is what leads you to this new doorway of new things, new relationships, new connections, job opportunities, growth, expansion in all kinds of ways. And then we've got, under the beauty card, we've got inspiration, communication, and adjustment, Ace of Air, and it's in the reverse, right? So where are you lacking inspiration? Where might you need to make some adjustments, and where might communication be lacking a little bit, right? Because it's definitely, there's this need for you to start showing up differently and being seen in a more profound way. And this is going to connect you to that beautiful divine timing energy up here that wants to show up for you. Then we've got lack, worry, and assistance. Okay. With Five of Earth energy, it can feel like we're missing things. I'm not good enough. I'm not beautiful enough. Self-esteem problems. I don't have enough financially to do the things that I would really want to do to get me to where I would really want to go. You do. It's like look again energy. That door opening suggests, no, come on in. We want to wake you up. We want to shake you up. We want to bring justice and balance back to you. But it requires working out these energies up here and knowing that you really are safe and protected from any of these challenges repeating themselves again. I feel like is part of the equation here. Yeah, needing to move out of that lack, worry energy, and that assistance is available to you. And then we've got 10 of air energy and this timing, the hourglass. I couldn't think of the word, my goodness. Endings and recovery leads to freedom, right? It looks bad, right? On the regular tarot, 10 of air looks bad. It looks scary. It looks like we've been extremely defeated, but that's not the suggestion here with divine timing and new things coming your way. It's suggesting this is a good time for an ending, that you are recovering, you have the capacity to recover from the situation, and it leads to freedom, and that time is not running out. You've got time to work on these things before these new opportunities and doors open for you. And it definitely feels like that's a thing for you guys. They are going to. There's something coming. Okay. You have the benefit of good fortune. And if you use your wise judgment, you can do anything. In this place, you can reach new heights. Yes, it's like a cultivating energy that's showing up for you, that's going to allow space for this, for you to connect to this ending, release it, freedom to follow. But I can't really shake the self-esteem issue. I do think that's a big factor here. I also think for some of you, this is moving towards, like, this change is going to bring in new love interests, but also potentially like pivoting from one way of work or type of work to another. It's general, so it's going to be different for everybody. Let's pull some more cards here. Yeah, this is like where spirit wants you to go. These are my energy and spirit cards. It says hope, optimism, and new beginnings, because this is what's on the cards for you. This is what's literally showing up for you. This is where your change and catalyst is coming, but it requires you to have hope, optimism, and embrace these new beginnings and release what's been, and just allow yourself to be seen. Work on that self-esteem energy. Peaceful pursuits and happy times. You've got peace up there, really an energy needed, relaxation. This is where dreams come in. This is where intuition is cultivated and awakening happens when we give ourselves over to this. It doesn't have to be long and drawn out either. Message 4, it's, 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, 15 minutes there. Like, little things can really help a lot to stir up this energy. Because you've definitely, I feel like it almost feels like 2 doorways for you guys. It feels like one to personal growth and one to connection. A new, I can't shake that. The new connection, romantic or otherwise. Although I do think there's a romantic component here. Ooh, animal totems, animal energy and powers. Okay. So you could receive some messaging through animals. Like, you could start seeing the same, like, bird over and over again. And you think to yourself, gosh, I keep seeing, I'll just say a cardinal. They keep showing up. Well, and every time they show up, I've been thinking about this. There's a message in that for you, right? Or they could just be messengers in general. And you might want to look up what their energy means and what it brings, because it might be something that you need to lean into, that spirit's trying to get your attention. Either way, the spiritual realm, the universe is using animals to get your attention right now. And I'm also very attracted to that. Is an owl or a hawk? Bird messengers, though, like birds of prey specifically. There's something to that for my message 4. So be on the lookout for that, or just not dismissive if it shows up. Look at this on the bottom, the underbelly: connections, partnerships, contracts, and commitment. Definitely part of your doorway. This is part of your pathway, something that you're moving towards, is new connections. And again, it could be in love, it could be in business, it could be in community, friendship, all on the cards for you though, and divine timing is at play. Yeah. And it's like, it's a beautiful, positive energy, but there is some fear here. There is some fear that you need to be reconciled, so that you don't push this change and this door, like, you basically hold the door closed and not allow it to open for you, because it wants to. It really does want to. Message 4. And you are worthy and deserving of beautiful things showing up, and allowing yourself to pivot if you need to pivot towards something that resonates with you more, and people that resonate with you more, and saying yes, like feeling worthy and deserving of love as well. There's a lot of messaging here for my group 4s. Slow progress. Be patient and enjoy the journey as you go along. Rest, persist, time out. And then you've got really central here, right? With that beauty, needing to cultivate peace, being optimistic, allowing for recovery, receiving messaging through the animal kingdom, through spirit, and peaceful pursuits and happy times. This is the energy you want to lean into right now, because this, even though it's slow progress, it's still progress and you're still moving in the right direction. And remember that it is a journey, right? It's not necessarily the destination. Be patient and enjoy the journey as you go along. Rest, persist, time out. It's funny though, because I feel like with that divine timing coming into play, it's like, it's not so soon and so sudden that you're going to be blindsided a bit and miss the opportunity. But now is the time to cultivate this positive energy, this higher self-esteem, this emotional balance, so that you are ready for it when it shows up. Rest, persist, time out. Yeah, give yourself this time to relax, to enjoy, to connect to that awakening energy, because I feel like it's got so much to bring to you, so many insights, so many opportunities. And then, you know, what follows that is people and partnership and connection and in new opportunities, I think, in growth, in career as well for some of you. A lot of things here. Okay, that one flew out. It's funny, I was just talking about how cards haven't really been flying out, and there you go, you've got one. I think it's just one. Yep. The angels have so many ways to communicate with you. When the same song keeps recurring through your day, there's a reason. Listen carefully. So this is one way that Spirit's going to be trying to get your attention and show you the way forward is through music, and you've got the animal totems there as well. So through animals, through music. You may not have known what your spirit animal is, but he knows who you are and what you need. When he appears, you feel the connection. There is no doubt. Wow. So that's a strong message with the animal kingdom there. Animals are really going to be speaking to you. And it does sound like your animal totem, your spirit animal, if you start to feel an affinity or connection towards a particular type of animal, go ahead and give yourself permission to look up what their energies are, what their powers are, what they bring to the table, because it's likely trying to tell you something about you and maybe what you need or what you naturally have and need to bring out more of. Look up spirit animals and things. I think that would all be a good idea for my message fours. Again, you may not have known what your spirit animal is, but he knows who you are and what you need. When he appears, you feel this connection. There is no doubt. Yeah, you've got animal helpers showing up for you, very much so. Message 4. So pay attention to that. I'm going to cap this off with one final message. And it could even be some of the animals that you see on here. So I'll just say, like, you've got a leopard, a fox twice. I think that is a hawk. It looks like a hawk. It also kind of looks a little bit like a white owl, and then you've got deer. So yeah, lots of animals there too that could even be speaking to you, but not to worry if none of them are. Just pay attention to what animals start to show up. Like, I keep seeing elephants. You know, every time I click on the TV or the internet or social media, there's these elephants. There's probably a message there for you. Look up what the energy that they bring and the meaning of elephant or whatever the animal happens to be. That's just my example. Your prayers are being answered. Your prayers are being received by the divine. Answers will come soon, although perhaps in forms you didn't expect. I love that. So being open to the unexpected, not being too rigid about how you think things should be answered for you or what they're supposed to look like. That's really hard for us humans, myself included. But if you can release the need to have it show up exactly the way that you think it should and just embrace what shows up for you, I feel like it brings about massive almost like miracles. It almost what feels like a miracle to you in some way, but massive shifts and changes for the positive transformation. That doorway starts to open, right? And it almost feels like for my group fours, this doorway is like, at first it's just a crack with a little bit of light streaming through, and then it slowly is nudging open more and more and more and more, because you are being asked to awaken. There is a big suggestion here that you're going through an awakening process, and that takes time to cultivate, and it means removing some of our blocks and barriers about ourselves and our and our being seen, and what we think about ourselves, in order to really dive into a new way forward, into new opportunities and through new doors. So keep that in mind. Remember that you've got that turtle energy up there as well, saying to be patient with this, allow yourself time to move through this energy. But you've definitely got beautiful things on the horizon, and divine timing is at play. And so many good things showing up as a result for you guys. So many beautiful changes in connection, romance, partnership, community, and job. Like, it feels like all of that for you guys. Obviously, it's going to be different for all of you, but it feels like for some of you, it's like all of that wrapped in one. This domino effect. Okay, I'm going to stop thinking into this and feeling into this. I'm going to leave it there. And, I just hit my camera. And I'm wishing you guys all the most amazing, beautiful day. And I really hope you give yourself over to this energy, this awakening energy, because it feels like it's going to be so profound for you and be a massive catalyst to beautiful change for you in so many ways. Take care, guys.